Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali here, and this video is of a cosplay panel that I went to at a convention that I just went to on Sunday. I didn't put it in the main vlog. I had to split my video into like 3 different videos and stuff. One for the convention vlog, one for this cosplay panel video, and then another one of the interview that I had with Marie Claude Bornase, I think that's her last name or something like that. Yeah, a famous cosplayer that I finally got to like interview and stuff. So I was really happy about that. I made 3 different videos. Again, one with the vlog, one with the cosplay panel that she hosted, and the interview that I did with her. So this video is the cosplay panel that she talked about how she made RACHNERA, her cosplay RACHNERA, and it was an entire hour. But I didn't want to I didn't want to record an entire hour of what she was saying. So I got like 7 or 8 minutes of what I think was like the most important things that she said and stuff. So it might look a little weird, but I don't think I'm gonna edit anything because I don't think it really needs that. So take it for, I guess, what it is. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys actually take some stuff out of what she said about cosplay and stuff like that, because me and my friend definitely did. Like, she is like ridiculously informative about cosplay and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. So let's get to the video.
An anime have probably realized that from a frame to another and from an episode to another, none of the props are never the same size. Sometimes a character holds a sword and it's like super short, and on the picture after, like the same sword is going to be like twice as big. So the first question that you have to ask yourself is to choose a proportion. So for RACHNERA, we thought that since it was an exhibition piece, a little bit bigger would be better than a little bit smaller, because it's there to impress people. It has to be big, it has to be impressive, it has to look good from every angle. Big fiberglass structure will need metallic support inside. So we had come up with a first attempt of metallic structure to be welded inside. And then later we changed our mind and we went for something bigger and more solid that I'm gonna show you later. At this point, we had taken the MDF legs shape that you saw a little bit earlier that we were cutting with the jigsaw, and we just glued on each side pieces of styrene boards that we sculpted following the MDF template. And on the background there's that beige wall with a red stripe, so that was the background. So everything moves in my workshop. We reuse everything, fake walls, we repaint them. We had covered one of the leg with fiberglass. So here you see one leg covered with aluminum foil, and here you see one leg covered with fiberglass. So this is how fiberglass looks like before you put automotive paint on it. The polyester resin that I use has that amber color. So the fiberglass has the color of the resin you use. Mine is amber, but there are other colors. We need to be able to put our hand and bolt the legs, so there's still a hole, but here on the side it looks like the beginning of something that will eventually be a seat. So it was like the working process of the fiberglass seat. Oh, it's upside down. So building something like that creates a big mess. If you imagine that when you visit a workshop, it's like Disneyland and that everything looks like flashy and happy, and it's not like that. Building a fiberglass structure will really transform your workshop in a total mess. To make the legs closer, so the shape of our legs here, it wasn't the good shape, so we had to add, this is like, how's it called? It's like foam, but kind of a can, and it's like
insulation foam?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is, you can sculpt this as well. So we were able to correct the shape of the legs using that. So it doesn't look pretty again. It's another discouraging step. But we were closer and closer to have like a spider that would look better. Suspend the legs while we would be painting them. So that was the first step. It was a primer coat, and you see that even after the primer coat, we had to add little bits of finishing auto body filler to make them really slick. So painting is encouraging, but that's not a funny step because you also need a respirator mask. I don't know what they put in automotive paint, but it's the worst chemical ever. You don't want to breathe that, not even 10 seconds. It's disgusting. And at that point, it started to be more encouraging. So we had black legs done. You can see the garage door. Since we were doing it during the summer, we could work with the door open because that's the thing. In Quebec, it can get as cold as -25 or -30. I don't know how much it is in Fahrenheit, but if we were doing that project during winter, we wouldn't have been able to open the door because the paint wouldn't have dried correctly. So by chance, we were building it during summer, so we could take advantage of the fact that we could open the door and have some fresh air, but you still need to have your respirator mask on. So we had that was encouraging. At some places, this is a fiberglass, this is auto body filler. So the different shades that you see depends on how much you sanded. But the important thing is that at the end, you have auto body everywhere in the workshop. So knowing that I had used big sheets of plastic and I had covered my whole workshop, all the walls were covered with plastic sheets because I knew that fume would later go down, and then you do this with your finger, and there is paint everywhere. After we painted the robot, my whole workshop was yellow. I mean, it was insane. It was horrible. And since we were painting with the garage door open like this, the yellow paint went on the top of the garage door, and when we shut it down, I looked at the door and I said, don't you think that the panels on the top look more yellow than the panels on the bottom? And we realized that it was because the fume went on the garage door when it was open. And it was so last minute that when the truck arrived in front of the workshop, the paint was still drying. So we never had the time to take off the plastic around the paint. You see all the taping process. You hide everything that you don't want to be covered with paint. You carefully hide all the black because you want to make sure that no white paint will go on the black paint. And then I was painting the white over it. And usually the next step would have been to take off the tape and take off the plastic, but the trucker was waiting for us in front of the workshop. So we just built the box around it, put the lid over it, and the next step was to put it in the truck. So it was literally drying in the box. We were that late. And to finally assemble and present the spider at the convention. So we survived. And this is when I started working on the costume. The back, and when it's assembled, you cannot see it anymore. So it's one of those things that you do just because you want things to be well done, but you know that ultimately nobody will see how high it was. Even someone who was 6 feet tall would probably not be able to see the little white pattern. So I was actually climbing on the boxes, on the shipping boxes, to be able to take a picture of the top of the spider. So I was we will have at least one picture where we can see the white stuff. So, and you can see my little seat here. So this is it. You saw all the process, how we built that fiberglass monster. So I know that it's not the most glamorous thing, because working with fiberglass is very dirty. It doesn't look, it's not Wonderland in a workshop when you work with fiberglass. But this is the real life. This is how you really make a fiberglass structure with a low budget.
Alright people, and there you have it, the cosplay panel that I went to on Sunday at the convention. It wasn't supposed to be fun or anything. It was just really informative. She was talking about from fiberglass to sanding the fiberglass and different kinds of resins and stuff. and like different paintings and things like that, ways to paint, just so much information. That's what it was mainly about. All about information on how to make like your own props and structures and stuff like that. And I hope it was informative for you guys, because it was really informative for me and my friend Chris. So we loved the entire hour that we were there and stuff, and it was a bummer that I couldn't get the entire hour in this video, but what I got, it was like probably the most important things personally to me. So anyways, that's it for this one. The next video is going to be about the interview. It's going to be the interview. I think it was like 3 minutes or something like that, but really quick interview. So look forward to that. But for this one, like the video if you did, comment down below on your thoughts of what she was saying, how informative it was for you, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see you all later with the next video, the interview.